The air was filled with the sound of drums and jubilation, cheers as Nigerians celebrated their independence. Nnadi, a young Igbo man, walked with his younger sister, Chinelo, through the market. Their father had always told them this was a new dawn, a Nigeria where all tribes would work together. Do you think they'll teach this moment in schools one day, Chinelo? The day Nigeria found its voice. Chinelo with a smiling face. Maybe, she replied, only if we make it something worth remembering. But in the crowd, there were mamas, Hausa men debating the new government's priorities, Yoruba men complaining about unfair trade policies. Beneath the celebration, the seeds of discord were already being sown. By 1966, Nnadi had moved to Kaduna in the north, where he lived a quiet life with his wife. Nnadi was a schoolteacher living with his wife, Chioma, and their young son, Obinna. Their life was sweet and peaceful, but their peaceful life was shattered when news broke of the January coup. Nnadi listened to the radio as the announcer spoke of a military takeover. The coup, led by Igbo officers, was meant to end corruption but instead deepened ethnic suspicions. Weeks later, after a counter-coup erupted, and violent reprisals against Igbo civilians swept through northern cities, retaliatory killings began in the north, leaving Nnadi and his family in danger. One evening, Nnadi's Hausa neighbor, Musa, came to warn him. "You need to leave now," Musa whispered, with fear evident in his voice. Musa said, "You must leave, Nnadi. They are targeting Igbo families. It's not safe anymore." "But where will we go?" Chioma asked. "Home. Back to the east. Take your family and go." "Tonight," Musa told them. That night, under the cover of darkness, Nnadi and his family fled, joining thousands of Igbo refugees heading back to the southeastern region. The massacre left scars on their hearts and on the nation. By 1967, Nnadi stood in Enugu's main square, the eastern capital. Nnadi witnessed a historic moment, Colonel Odumogu Ojoku's declaration of Biafra's independence. Standing in the town square, he held Obinna on his shoulders as Ojoku's voice boomed through the crowd. "We can no longer watch our people slaughtered like animals. We declare the Republic of Biafra, where every Igbo man, woman, and child can live with dignity." The crowd erupted into cheers, but Chioma's face was pale. Chioma turned to Nnadi, with her voice trembling. She asked, "Do you think this will bring us peace or more suffering?" Nnadi replied, "We have no choice." The war ended on a cold January morning, but for Nnadi and his family, the scars remained. Nnadi buried neighbors who succumbed to starvation, and every day, he saw more children growing frail, including his own son, Obinna. By January 1970, the war ended with Biafra's surrender, but the southeastern region was left in ruins. Nnadi sat on a chair under a mango tree, watching Obinna playing in the fading sunlight. The boy, now 7, was thinner than he should have been, like many children who had survived the starvation and chaos of Biafra. Nnadi's mind replayed General Gowon's words, broadcast on the radio the day the war ended: "No victors, no vanquished." But as he looked around the village, at the ruins of homes and the hollow-eyed survivors, he couldn't help but wonder if peace was truly possible. Chinelo, Nnadi's sister, is now a nurse and works in a crowded makeshift hospital, tending to malnourished children and watching helplessly as many passed away. Chinelo walked up to him, her voice weary but hopeful. "Do you think we can ever heal?" she asked softly. Nnadi, sighing, "Healing will take time, Chinelo. But we owe it to Obinna, to his generation. We must try." That night, as the family gathered for a simple meal of yam and palm oil, their bond offering a fragile foundation to rebuild. Chioma spoke softly. "We've lost so much, but we still have each other. That's something to build on, isn't it?" Nnadi nodded, taking her hand. "Yes. If there's one thing this war has taught me, it's that we must keep moving forward even when the shadows of the past follow us." As the family ate, the sounds of children playing outside filled the air, mingling with the rustling of leaves. For the first time in years, Nnadi allowed himself to hope. The war had ended, but its legacy lingered in the hearts of those who survived. Nnadi and his family, like millions of Nigerians, stood at a crossroads caught between the pain of the past and the hope of a united future. As they rebuilt their lives, they carried with them the lessons of Biafra, the dangers of division, the resilience of the human spirit, and the enduring dream of a Nigeria where all tribes and tongues could find peace. In memory of all who endured the Nigerian Civil War. May we never forget. Let us know what you think in the comment section and subscribe for more.